Reminder, if you're absent, you should be watching these wonderful videos produced by me. We gotta make sure we are keeping up so we can take the test, our first test before grading period. So I have to turn in grades next Friday. So we gotta make sure we know this. All right, little sheet. Okay, the first measurement that we learned yesterday. Was mean. Okay. What's another word for mean? Average. The average set of data. So, number 1, blank up your numbers. We're going to add. But yeah, the answer would be the sum. Add up your numbers. Blank the answers by how many blank are in the set. Divide the answer by how many numbers are in the set, right? So first thing you add, you find the sum, and then you divide by how many numbers you have. So here's our example. What do we get when we add this? 20. Very good. So, good job. Good job. So the sum is 20. Am I done? No.
Divide by 5.
So 20 divided by 5, 4. So that means that the mean equals 4. So the first thing is you find the sum, which is adding. Then you divide by 5. We divide by 5 because there's 5 numbers listed. And our mean is 4. We okay? So this is what we learned yesterday. Now today, I am going to teach you median. Oh yeah, I did, huh? Yeah, you were sped up a little. There was 2 parts to the lesson. So, median is the middle number in a set of data. That's right, but I only gave you the easy ones. Well, that's what I just said. Okay, what's the first thing you have to do? Put the numbers in numerical order. Find the middle number. If you have 2 middle numbers, find the
Small, no, bigger. Wait, is it bigger? He's the greatest.
Well, they're all ready. But let's say you have 2 numbers in the middle. You have to find the average of the 2 middle numbers.
Oh, so it's like
Add them and divide by 2, which is the middle of the middle.
Oh, so you do a median, and it's 2 numbers, then you do the mean.
But it's really the median. Again. No.
In the median.
Yes. But in reality, when you do this, it's adding the 2 numbers and dividing by 2.
Oh, it's like you're finding the real middle.
Bingo. It's like finding the real middle. All right. So let's do this example. First thing you have to do is put them in order.
Or not.
What's the smallest number?
2, and then 33, and then 5, 7.
Then you cross them out. Big, small, big, small.
Median is 3.
Median is 3. But if you don't put them in order and you use the numbers listed, it would be 5, which would be wrong. All right. Any questions?
Oh my gosh, keep on
Not really.
All right.
This is easy.
Of course. I love it.
For Mario. It's a Pokemon character.
All right. We'll pass around glue a little bit later, so just kind of hang on to this for a second. We're going to switch over to now. So yesterday, especially, there was 3 kids absent yesterday. We did notes. Yesterday, we did notes on mean. We did examples. We did a worksheet. Then we started with median. We defined what median it is. We did a couple of examples. And we still had extra time at the end of the period. But today, we will also have extra time. A lot of you turned in missing assignments yesterday. I was trying to grade them. I think I graded most of the assignments you guys turned in, so good job on that. Keep checking to see how many you're missing. Maybe on Friday, or no, maybe Thursday, I'll remind you of how many missing assignments you have, because I'm so nice.
Somebody got you.
You know. All right, let's write these numbers down. I'm going to already give them to you in order, so there's less things to do. 60, 60, 70, 72, 80, 90. Now, I already put them in order, so we would like speed up the process. All right.
Where are we finding the median?
Yes, median. This is median day 2, or for you guys day 1. 1.5. All right. So here's my list of numbers. So are they in order?
Yeah.
Yes. So we don't have to worry about that. Now, you front,
Oh,
back,
two numbers.
front, back, 2 numbers. Okay, so there's 2 ways you can do it. There's the common sense, and then there's the math way. Okay? Some of you can look at these 2 numbers and know, using common sense,
142.
oh God, can I continue? You can use common sense and ask yourself, well, what's in the middle of 70 and 72?
71.
That's using common sense. Right?
What if it's like 70 and 100?
Right. So 71 would equal your median. Now, sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you're like, oh, yeah, well, what's in the middle of 70 and 72? 71, right? But sometimes we don't use common sense because the numbers are like 83 and 158. And you're like, well, what's in the middle of 83 and 150, whatever? It's, it's like, I don't know. So we use the math. We're going to use this example to show you, you already know the answer, right? So we're not worried about, oh, what's the answer? We're now learning how to do it if we don't know what's in the middle, okay? So step 1, add the 2 numbers, okay? Okay, so when we add 70 plus 72, we get 142. Now, is that the number in the middle? No, but some kids will tell me that. Some kids are like, yeah, the median's 142. And I'm like, how'd you get that? I just added them. And I'm like, but use common sense. Does it really make sense that on the number line it would go 70, 142, 72? Yes, Miss O'Malley. I'm like, all right, cool. Yay. Good job. Keep it up.
Give him an Oscar.
I do. I give him an A.
You have a sticker? You did?
2, negative. And then you're going to divide by 2. Why do I divide by 2? Well, didn't you add 2 numbers? Yeah, so you divide by 2. So what is 142 divided by 2?
71.
71.
Yeah. So
So that's a longer word just in case there's no.
yes, I mean, if the numbers are next to each other, it's pretty easy to find the median. You can use common sense. Like, what's in the middle of 10 and 20? 15. But if you don't know, then you would add 10 plus 20, 30. 30 divided by 2, 15. So, okay, so I think we're going to be adding in this class, which is perfectly fine. All right. So, I'm going to give them to you in order so we spend less time doing that. 55, 60, 86, 90.
Oh wait, we have to put them in order.
They're already in order. Like I said, I already put them in order so we don't spend time doing that. Okay, so cross them out. Cross them out. Front, back, oh no. There's 2 numbers in the middle, right? And these numbers are pretty spread out, right? They're not like between 60 and 62, right? So the way to do this is to do the math. So what's the first step you have to do? Add them both. So what is 60 plus 86?
146.
All right, I'm going to go with, yeah. Then number 2, I'm going to take 146 and divide it by 2.
Easy.
Now, double check your answer. Does your answer make sense that it would be in the middle of these two numbers?
No. Yes.
Is 73 like in this middle somewhere? You know, does it make sense? 70? Yes, right? If your answer was 146, right? You just only did one step. Does it make sense that 146 would be in these two numbers? No. What if my answer I accidentally divided wrong and I said it was 20? Does it make sense that 20 would be in the middle of these two numbers? No. So you can always double check to be like, okay, like I said yesterday, the median is the middle number, kind of like the middle child, right? How many of you are middle children? How many are in the middle child? Oh, couple. Okay. All right. So you're in the middle. You're in the middle, right? There's someone above and someone below. You're in the middle.
I'm ignored.
Let's not dive deep into this.
Okay.
All right. Okay, this one's not going to be in order, so let's write this down. 8, 6, 2, 10, 4, 9.
6, 2, 10. 4.
8, 6, 2, 10, 4, 9. 4,
Order them?
yeah, put them in order. Put them in order. Is it 7?
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always count to make sure you got them all. Okay. Front, back, front, back. I like to circle the numbers in the middle. So there's 2. Can we use common sense?
Yes.
Yeah. What's in the middle of 6 and 8? 7. If you're like, huh? Well, think of a number line. Or you can add these two. You get 14. What's 14 divided by 2? 7. So sometimes you can just look and know. And sometimes you have to do the math, which is fine. I wanted to do a harder one. Let's see.
Yeah.
12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. Sure. I put them in order. You're welcome. I don't want to work too hard now. Stress you guys out.
Oh.
What?
15 and 16. Oh, yeah. 15.
Front, back, 2 numbers. Now again, there's 2 numbers in the middle. You can use common sense if you think of money, or you can add them. So if I add 15 plus 16, I get 31. And then now I got to do 31 divided by 2, right? And that one's not going to be a nice number. 31 divided by 2.
15.
So does 2 go into 3? Yes, 1 time. That gives me 2. Remainder 1. Bring down the 1. 2 goes into 11 5 times. Do I just put this 1 on top? No, right? What do I have to do? Decimal 0. Me, I need to see you writing this down. Or you did it right. Oh.
We just look at it and then find the answer.
Yeah, you can.
You tricked us.
No, I didn't. No, because Brian said it 20 minutes ago, and I pointed at him, and I'm like, yes, you can use common sense and think of money.
I thought we couldn't do that, so that's why I didn't say it. But I knew it totally.
Totally.
Got the answer.
Totally.
15.5.
15.5. So yes, sometimes your median
Has to be a decimal.
is going to be a decimal, and usually they do end in 0.5. For the most part, if you're going to have a decimal, it's going to be 0.5. Because you're dividing by 2, and when you divide by 2, you're either your decimal is a 0 or your decimal is a 5. When you divide by 2. Questions? Concerns?
dice for?
Are we done with the lesson?
Oh, because yesterday in the do now, it was a number cube. A lot of my students, second and third period, they needed a visual to understand it.
But we're on this.
They needed me to explain in great detail what I meant by a number cube.
What are they learning in
Isn't that like the same thing as
Wait, is it the same thing?
It's the same thing.
How's it dice?
Oh,
How's it dice?
It's math.
You just go faster, and the problems I show you in the notes are a lot harder. Not right now, but they will be a lot harder.
These are difficult.
I thought you said it was some.
You're touching on problems.
But for the most part, it's the same thing. The only difference is we go a lot faster, especially this one, faster than those. Like yesterday, they only did mean, and that was it.
Oh, I already know that.
And you guys learned a little bit of both.
What if I have an F?
I'll let Ms. Gasper know an updated grade.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a sign for things. I already have everything finished. I just need to
Bro, you're going to Catalina?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I already paid.
I didn't even give you the ring.
All right, ladies, gentlemen, everybody, zip it.
Why do I have 3 of the same pages?
Also, I'm too broke.
Well, the only thing that sucks is I had to pay.
I'm only gonna go.
Okay, so we are still recording. So you talking off task is being recorded. You have your worksheet. I don't think I need to go over it with you.
I need 3 of them.
To use common sense. Thank you. Okay, so I like this worksheet because it allows you to show work on it. So first thing you need to do is put them in order, right? So I like it because it gives you that space to put them in order. So I like to write the first number 2, cross them out as I go so I don't miss one. And then double count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're there. Then we cross them out. I like to circle the one in the middle. So the median is 8. Make sense? Easy? All you have to do is put them in order. No excuses for not getting this done. Very little work on the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right, all this front side, you only have one number in the middle. Like it's real easy, like level 1. What do we get for number 4? 27. Nice. So for number 2, they are in order. And you realize that there's 2 numbers in the middle, 8 and 11, right? So when you have 2 numbers in the middle, the first thing you do is add them. 8 plus 11, 19. The second thing you do is divide that answer, divide it by 2. And you're going to get a decimal.
I know, I didn't even need to do that.
Oh yeah, there's 2 of them.
There's going to be 2 numbers. The reason I chose these problems is they're going to have 2 numbers. So how many times 2 go into 10? 5. So your answer for number 2 is 9.5. Okay? So I need you to do number 8, 12, and 14. 8, 12, and 14. 8, make sure you put them in order. Make sure you count. Go back and count.
So 8 doesn't have to go into the middle.
Yes? How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 numbers. So there's gonna have to be a number. There's gonna be 2 numbers. When it's even numbers, you're gonna have 2 in the middle. Yeah. 7. You see how I'm writing them down as I'm numbering them? Oh, there's 2 16s.
That's why I missed it.
What do we divide it by?
By 2.
Because how many numbers did we add? 2. So you added 2 numbers, you divide by 2.
I'm done.
Like some of you said, we're finding the mean and the median. Yes. Aiden, what'd you get for number 8?
13.5.
Correct. All these 4 problems, you will get a decimal. These 4 problems, you will get a decimal. So now cross them out. Once you put them in order, cross them out. Front, back, front, back, front, back. 2 numbers. What am I going to do with these 2 numbers? Add them. 11 plus 16 is 27. Then 27 divided by 2. And then your number, your answer should make sense that it would go between $11 and $16. Does your answer go between $11 and $16? There you go. There you go. And so number 8, the correct answer is no. 13.5.
Missed it by 1 digit.
All right. So do 12 and 14, please. 12 and 14. Put them in order. Add them, divide by 2, and it's going to end up with a 0.5. It's going to end up with a 0.5.
I don't like this.
What don't you like? All right, so this is the one that's in your notebook. 11, I'm going to cross it out. Then I have 13, cross it out.
25,
No, 23. 37,
45,
45,
58.
58. And double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I always, especially if you're going to have this on the test, when you're doing your test, you don't want to do this in your head. You want to write them out, double check that you wrote all of them down, because you don't want to make a mistake and then have your grade on a test go down. So, front, back, front, back, 2.
30.
Okay, so I'm going to show my work so students understand. If you're ready to go ahead and move on to number 2, and then when I say the answer, you just go yay or nay. So first thing I'm going to do is add these two for those of you who are still struggling. 23 plus 37 equals 60. Step 2 is take 60 and divide it by 2. And what's 60 divided by 2? 30. Okay. So first step is add. Now, if you don't like adding horizontal, which I don't, I really don't, you can add on the side of your notes, 23 plus 37. Feel free to add, one on top of the other. In my second and third period, we'll be doing this together. Like, I will not write it like this second period. I'll be writing it like this and doing it with them. Number 2, smallest number, 26, then 39, then 42, 56, 64, 71, 85, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Front, back, front, back, front, back. Oh, yay! This one's an easy one, right? 56. So number 1's a hard one, and number 2's a easy one. Quote. Quote, quote. All right. Start number 3. Is 3 an easier or a hard one? Do you have 2 numbers or 1 number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 3 should have 1 number in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we said
Is it 41 in the middle?
yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody do number 4?
Yes.
What'd you guys get?
I got 39.
Good, Emily. All right. We'll continue tomorrow. Blue 6 to the front. I'm going to pass out the homework.
I'm not doing that for you. Yeah.